Hi everyone, today we're going to go over briefly how to cite your sources in MLA. So MLA stands for Modern Language Association, and we mainly use MLA in the arts and humanities. So for example, creative arts therapy, art history, English, music, and foreign languages. So when you're going to cite your paper in MLA, you start with the last name and page number in parentheses. So for example, here we have Fallon in parentheses with the number of 8. And what we try to do is we try to introduce the source first. So for example, we have, according to Cite, all students can benefit from visiting the Writing Center. So we have everything in quotes with ending of the page number of 8 in parentheses. Or we can do it a little bit differently where we just have everything in quotes in the beginning that says all students can benefit from visiting the Writing Center. And then we end it with the author's last name and page with number in parentheses. If you're going to paraphrase or summarize, it kind of looks very similar where you do it according to Casey Fallon, writing tutors are the best people in the world. And make sure here that you use the page number when paraphrasing. That's very important. So what about if you have multiple authors? If you have around 1 to 3 authors, use always the names, the full name. So for example, you have Casey Fallon, Brittany Potter, and Jen Pidle. State that Fallon, Potter, and Pidle 27 in parentheses. So make sure you use all the names. So what about multiple authors? A little bit continue off of that. For 4 or more authors, use all names or just the first person with an et al. And et al stands for and others in Latin. So for example, we have Casey Fallon et al. State. And if you're going to cite it, you do Fallon et al. With the page number of 8, everything in parentheses, as you can see. And we use the same format in your works cited page. And a little bit of a note that we have here is always use present tense verbs to introduce MLA sources. So for example, states rather than stated. So what if there's no author? So what we can do is that we can use the organization as an author. So for example, we can use Modern Language Association with the page number of 5, or we can use the first word or words of the article, title, or entry. So for example, writing 45 or writing 45 the way you can see it in this PowerPoint. And what we do not use is that we do not use URL in text for web sources. So what about sources within sources? So here's another example. We have, according to Brittany Potter, tutors love what they do. So we have the quote, and then we have the Fallon quoted that with the page number of 6. So Potter made the statement, Fallon quoted a statement in her work, and Fallon goes on the works cited page. So please note, if possible, cite the original source. So what do I do at the end of my paper? At the end of your paper, for MLA, you use a works cited page. This is where people get tricked up, where they think that for APA, you're going to use a works cited page, but you're actually going to use a reference page. And for Chicago, you use a bibliography or a works cited page. So how do you set up your works cited page? It's a double space, all double space, and indent all but first lines of entries. So you list everything alphabetically by author's last name, very important, and you use the organization or title if no author. And a little bit continuation of that, you italicize titles of larger works. So for example, books, newspapers, and journals. Use quotations marks for the titles of shorter works. So for example, articles, chapters, song titles. And please double check if formatting against a sample of a works cited page. That's very important. You can do it easily by Googling or go to Purdue OWL. It's a very good site to use. So if we keep going here, the MLA 8th edition handbook, very good book, we recommend it, including URLs when citing online sources. When no publisher is used, we use N period P period, or if you use if pages are not available, you can do N period PAG period. So like I said, when pages are not available for an online database. So here are some sample works cited entries. So we have, for example, for a book, we have Hacker Diana or Diana Hacker with a writer's reference 6th edition. And then we have it indented with Bedford Street, Martins and 2009. So please note that it's double spaced and it's indented. A couple other works cited entries, sample ones. So for a journal article from an online database, you do it this way with the Palm Jonathan, and please make sure here again you have it indented with double spaced. Anything else, for example, using long quotes, make sure you indent and double space quotes over 4 lines, and do not use quotation marks. That's a big thing. And some other stuff to know about, for example, leaving out words, use the ellipsis mark. If you left out a full sentence or more, also use a period, and please avoid using ellipses at the start of a quote. So what else do you need to know? For example, citing paragraph numbers instead of pages. If no page number is there, please leave out Fallon, or if paragraphs numbered for online sources, give paragraph or screen number. So for example, we have at the end Fallon paragraph 25 or Fallon screen 4. Some formatting information. So MLA requires the following: your last name, page number in the top right hand corner. You do not need a cover page, but you need a first page headings. So here we kind of have a sample paper where you can see at the top corner we have Caitlin and the page number, and so on. Just another example of a works cited page. So this is how it would look on an actual works cited page with the author last name and first name, and then make sure, as I said before, it's double spaced and indented. So some just final tips. Acquire an up-to-date citation reference book. It's always great to have. You can find one in the Writing Center up at the Library 204. Know where to go online. You can go on Endicott's website, so endicott.edu/writing center. Another great resource to use is Purdue OWL. They have great resources in all terms of formatting of MLA, APA in Chicago, and all the ones that are out there. Please be cautious using citation generators. They may incorrectly format your citations, so please be aware what you use, and please ask questions to your professors, reference librarians, and of course the Writing Center is always here to help you. So thank you very much and have a great day.